Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason.
Thine efforts have brought a joyous occasion to the dynasty of the Kojin. A carefully laid affair hath evoked thine spirit firmly wedged in the palms of thee. Thus ensuing confrontation will have parchment scrawled upon it for eons to
Oh, sorry, I got a thesaurus stuck in my throat. So who is this joyful motherfucker? Time to learn about the pool of tribute. Simplified. Susano will perform an untelegraphed tank buster called a Sail. It can seriously hurt if you're undergeared or don't use cooldowns. Ryzen Kaikyo will put down these pulsating AoEs with an orange ring. Move out of these or you will get a stack of lightning resistance down. One player will be targeted with the red marker above their head. They will be knocked back a considerable distance away from the rest of the party. If you have the marker, you cannot use knockback immunity to nullify this. However, you can bait this to the shorter side of wherever the boss is standing, or if you're a healer, rescue the person back to the middle of the group. This is because directly after this, or a short time after this, the person who had the red marker will get a stack marker. Group up to share the damage. Susano will make this animation that will spawn a crackle of lightning from his hand. When this happens, he will spawn a number of storm clouds around the arena. There will be more clouds that will spawn in as the fight goes on. These clouds will target one random player in the group and throw out a few straight line AoEs towards this person, one after the other. If you get hit by any of these AoEs, it will give you an unassumable paralysis debuff. Whenever anyone gets the red marker from here on out, that will create a narrow slice of a safe zone from where they will push back. This safe zone will be straight through the middle of Susano. So when someone gets the red marker, everyone will need to group up near his hitbox to make it easier to get to the safe zone. If you get caught in these massive AoEs, it will throw you into the air and give you a stack of lightning resistance down. Susano will begin to repeat mechanics from here. Eventually, Susano will become untargetable and sink into the floor. He will return on the outside of the arena with a giant sword in the ground. A metallic-like flower called Blade Shadow will appear and become interactable. This is mainly for the tanks to interact with. They will get a quick time event that will be used to hold up the sword as it swings down onto the party. The rest of the party will need to target and destroy the sword. As this is happening, electric orbs will begin spawning in and slowly start floating to the player in the quick time event. If you have quite low DPS, the off tank and others if they're close by will need to run into the orbs to pop them. If you aren't a tank, they will damage you quite a bit, so make sure you only run into one of them. However, Duty Finder these days just burns down the sword without any issues. This mechanic will happen twice. If the Blade Shadow isn't interacted with, the player within the quick time event fails their part of the duty, or they die before the sword is defeated, it will instantly enrage the fight. After the second blade has been thwarted, the middle of the platform will be glowing red. Stay away from this red zone, as stepping into this as the sword hits the arena will instantly kill you. Susano will repeat mechanics from phase 1 with a few extra thrown in. Storm Splitter is a straight line AoE tank buster. Do not stand with a tank unless you want to be converted into a fine powder. He will say the phrase earth and stone at our beck and call and trap one player in a boulder. There will be two other boulders that will not have anyone in them. The one with the orange arrow is the one that we want to keep an eye on. The stones will begin swapping in pairs, but it will only happen twice, so it's easy to keep track of where the player is. As soon as the stones become targetable, they will begin to cast the Sealed Gate. The boulders will all collapse in on themselves when the cast finishes. You will need to destroy the one that has the person inside it to free them. The other two can be ignored. You can use the signs in the party menu to indicate which one the player is in, just in case your party missed it. Ukehi is a room-wide AoE that will progressively gain an extra hit of the room-wide every time it's cast. It starts out with 1, so you won't have to worry about this for a while. But if the fight goes for a long time, get ready to keep everyone topped up. From here, Susano will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Congratulations, you have defeated Susano. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.